Hi guys, it's Sonelias and welcome back to this Let's Play of course, Surviving Mars. Now you do see that I've actually had a save game here, which is save game number 2, which actually I found out that during my recording something had gone wrong. So we're actually going to go back to recording of save game number 1.
Anomaly
analyzed. And of course episode number 1 is what we basically are at the moment. Now one of the things I had done in the other recordings actually started expanding my capacity, of course, to produce resources. So I'll kind of replicate those steps here. We of course have got our rocket here, and the rocket is nicely refueling, so that's good. But what I want to do, I basically want to get access to this resource here. Now I also want to basically expand my facilities of being able to get electricity, get water and so forth in the various different locations. So yeah. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Just want to expand that line slightly. And then the next thing I want to do is really I want to basically go for a production of water. So survival, water extractor. Rotate this nicely. Now it does overlap the deposit. Yes, I know it does overlap it, but the degree of overlap is really what's important here, I think. Right, so now one of the things of course we now need to do is we need to basically get these pipes built. I want to take this out here. I don't want to basically overlap too much with the other stuff. And then of course I do also want to basically get that electricity there. So this pipe needs to be built first, as you can see. And now I should be able to expand this quite nicely. And basically would like to just, it would be nice if we can just click on it like that and basically expand it, but I can't. So I just have to go back to there and then, oh sorry, it says block an object. Okay, fine. I'm going to run this in parallel. Or can I actually can run it right underneath? That's even better, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to have to basically expand it slightly. Take it down there, as you can see. Right, perfect. So for the most part I could run it underneath there, except for here, because there's a little bit of hill interfering with it. So for the most part it's quite nicely how it's set up. Now I do want to basically expand my electricity production facilities here. So I want to basically do that with a couple of these full-blown solar panels instead of the little ones I've done earlier. Okay, and I also want to basically get some of these beautiful solar mills, or sorry, windmills built. Because I just don't want to basically be purely reliant upon my batteries and so forth. I want to expand beyond that if I can. Now, whilst I got this all up and running, I also want to basically see where I could potentially position a extra drone hub. So I do have a drone hub at my disposal. And ideally I want to basically cover that section up here as much as I can. So if I build it over here, that would be nice, wouldn't it? So from there, of course, I do need to basically get some electricity to there. So as you can see, I can extend this quite nicely in that direction. But what I really want to do here at the moment is I want to take it into that building there, or at least hook up that building. Perfect. Priority set to the info panel of individual buildings and constructions. So this one I want to basically push up in terms of priority. Same with this here. This one I can set to lower priority really. Once this one's fully recharged, I should be able to send it out. Now of course I also want to basically build an extra battery. Because just building extra power is not sufficient. One of the useful things here as well is the ability for you to build a recharging station. At the moment that's partly blocked there, but that's fine. So I'm going to build that recharging station here. What that allows me to do, it allows me my drones to recharge in this region. Because once that rocket is gone, and also once they start sending this one out, it will basically be an extra way for me to get some useful things done. So this one here, well, I'm saying useful things done. What I really mean to say is it allows me to basically recharge my drones here, as opposed to them having to go back to the drone hub. Yeah, so it gives me a bit more extra range in terms of what I can do with my drones. Now I do want to ultimately get extra concrete production here up and running as well. One of the side effects of actually having one of these water extractors here is the fact that that will also start generating some waste. So I do need to basically build some dump sites. Let me just do that in a minute. But firstly, I also want to basically get an extra rocket. So let's get a rocket to resupply ourselves. I want to get some prefabs. I do like the actual drone hub, so I'm going to get a couple of more of those. And I do want to basically become more self-serving here. I want to basically be able to build, of course, a refueling facility here. At least get some fuel in place locally. I also want to, of course, get some more electronics. Not the orbital probes, I don't need those necessarily. Some more polymers. But I also want to basically get some more drones. Yeah, I just want to basically make sure I can actually get all of these relatively easily. Key reason I basically get the machine parts and electronics and polymers because I can't produce them as of yet. So I'm fully reliant upon Earth to basically provide those to me. And what you get to see here is you get to see that new icon here, which shows the rocket en route to Mars. Right, I can set a fourth location to scan. Now one of the things I want to do, I want to ultimately get to here. I want to basically get those rare metals from the ground. But firstly I want to get access to these metal deposits. Metal deposits will be one of the key requirements for me to be able to expand. So as you can see, I'm getting metals from here at the moment, but that will ultimately run out. There's also some metal deposits. Was it down here? Yeah, there's metal deposits down here. And is there some more further down here? There is a few more here. So yeah, the more I can actually get from the various different places here on the surface without actually have to mine for them, the easier that will be in the short term for me.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
Right, we found an anomaly in this region here. Where's my drone at the moment?
Until today, the only place we'd thought you could find Ice-15 outside of a lab was on an icy planet or a moon.
So Ice-15,
here we find it on Mars.
It's a super dense phase of water ice which is formed in extreme cold and extremely high pressure environments. It turns out that the unique geological history of Mars allows a small quantity of Ice-15 to form under the crust. Even though we didn't confirm any substantial deposits of water, this discovery could cause uproar in the scientific community and draw significant attention to our efforts on the Red Planet. Our sponsors immediately provide us with tools to discover more about the effects of Martian geology on the formation of underground ice. Effect is an extra 500 million in funding. That is quite nice. Now, of course, we gotta go back here now. We got enough battery life for that, so okay. There's a little note here about domes. Domes are habitable megastructures in which the future colonists on Mars will live. Their construction will take significant time and resources. Plan carefully when placing your first dome. It has to be connected to water and oxygen supply, and colonists from it will be able to work in the immediate area around it. Oh, look at that. What is that? Kind of looks like a ship that crashed, but it's just a rock ridge here. But again, there's an anomaly in that region. Interesting. I did already scan that one, so let's add that sector. Well, that's maybe not that. Add them over here. Right. Nice area, at least here where I'm basically operating at the moment. I do want to basically get access to that extra concrete here. Let's first make sure we get that drone hub up and running. Reason it hasn't been built yet is because, of course, it's out of reach. And this will rectify that issue. Perfect. Okay.
Cable fault reported.
A cable fault has been reported. So where's that happened? There. Of course, we do need to repair that. We are losing energy because of it, which is fine, theoretically speaking, but I should really have dealt with that earlier, or at least dealt with the fact that I couldn't build this section here earlier.
Research complete.
We finished some research. Subsurface heating. Nice. So that is that physics? I'm not quite sure. Let's actually have a look. What can we do next? Extractors upgrade. What does that do? What does the which extractor is that? The not sure. Advanced Martian engines, rockets and shuttles require less fuel. That's of course useful. Low G hydrosynthesis. Okay. Explorer AI. That is actually quite useful because it actually gives me a boost in terms of research. So should then jump through to the next level.
Research complete. Anomaly analyzed.
Okay, that's nice. So which did we just complete? Whatever we had a second just a minute ago. Let's get rid of the message for the domes. That would be useful one as well. Hydrogen evaporators. Let's have a look. So we finished that research there. Now I do need to recharge this one because yeah, it's going to be running out of fuel otherwise. And as you can see, it's en route to charge back from the actual network here. Building not working. Yes, I know it's not working. Because we need to build that cable here first. It's got high priority already. Should have higher priority really than the other bits, but once we've actually built, we should actually see that we get extra access to extra drones. Ah, it's ready to land. So let's wait for that hub to be ready. And I do also want to basically, of course, start doing an extra production bit here. Alright, let's build it over here, I think. Of course, I do need to provide it with electricity, so I need to basically get a cable connection up to there. Right, now straight away I can actually say where I want to basically have my additional storage facilities. Like for example here. Probably want to also get an extra universal storage facility here. Let's put that right in that corner here. Plus I also want to basically account for all the waste I'm going to be generating. So let's do that with the shift click here. At least I should have enough there now to be able to deal with all of that. But yeah, firstly I need to make sure I got this cable here built. Alright, that cable is up and running. Perfect, and as you can straight away see those extra drones coming into play here. And as you can see, they start. Is that removing rock or is that actually mining metal? There they should be mining metal. Yeah, perfect. Look at them working there. They're just scraping up the metal, it looks like. Alright, let's build a metal storage as well. Alright, this one can land. So where do I want to make it land? I want to basically be within range, of course, of everything we got here.
Cable fault reported.
Right, it says a cable fault has been reported. Where? Up there. Now why is there a cable fault continuously? Now, luckily, a cable fault, the only thing it actually does makes us lose some energy. I believe that we got more than sufficient energy at the moment, so that shouldn't really be an issue. Let's see, have we got any anomalies that we can scan? No, it doesn't look like it. Not at the moment, at least. So let's leave that as is. These guys here are up and running and nicely busy as well. In reality, I should be able to move this one in here into range, but let's keep that as is for the moment. This one's being refueled already, as you can see. You might recall that one of the things we actually bought was a refueling option here. It says produce fuel from water. So what do we need to be able to do that? Now we of course need to have a connection to the various different bits. Primarily we need to have a connection to Water. Yeah, it's getting that connection here from the pipes. Now we will ultimately, of course, also have a bit of storage that we need to basically probably put next to that. Because at some point or another we will start having a bit of a surplus in that. So I'm going to be building at least 2 bits of storage for the fuel on here. Should hopefully be enough, but it basically should actually accelerate the production of fuel for the rockets. I love having our little symbol on there. Makes it look great. Now one of the things we also had on here, if I'm not mistaken, on the spaceship. So if I'm not mistaken, we actually had drones. These are currently commanded by the ship. Did I actually... I'm pretty sure I'd ordered extra drones as well. How do I actually get those allocated to here? That's interesting. How do I do that? Rename, change skin, unpin. Allow forbid export. Okay. Launch is an option. No. Salvage. No.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
Dismantle drone. Request maintenance. So maintenance is done here with, in this instance, a resource here of electronics. Perfect. Anomaly was found here. Let's send our explorer out there. It'll do its thing. Let's have a quick look here. Right, concrete will be stored here. Metal will be stored there. And of course everything that comes off the ship is being moved here as well. You see of course the blast damage from the landing. Same with this one here. Not sure. Can we ultimately build some kind of port, some kind of space port where there's no more blast damage to be seen as there is here? I guess we just need to wait and see. Right, one of the things, of course, a recharge station would be quite useful here.
Cable fault reported.
Looks to be there. Yeah, there. Drones commanded by the rocket. Right, let's have a look. This one, if I move it slightly further up, should put me in reach of that one here.
Anomaly found.
Let's get that charging up anyways. Right, scan progress.
Discovered.
Right, nice. Scan that anomaly there. Now, my current plan is really to basically have enough resources being produced in this region here. And then I'm basically going to go towards this region here and actually get these 2 metal deposits up and running. Now, I need to basically build a dome in this region here to be able to facilitate that. So yeah, I want to, of course, extend my cables into here. It's still relatively close to each other here, all of that. And that's really my key driver there at present. Now, what is this? Fuel? Interesting. Why have I got fuel over here? What is this spot? A pile of processed resources available for your drones. Okay. Let's build another one of these stations here. At least I will have a few along the line. And my drones don't have to go back all the time. Ah, that's probably the leaked energy. Probably, but I'm not 100% sure whether that is the case or not. So, yeah, I'll just need to keep an eye on that. Do these need maintenance? Now they consume energy, which makes sense. Okay, we had a breakthrough, which was on the AI, which was this one here. Is that correct? Yeah. Good. Now let's build another couple of batteries in this place here. Probably also in terms of water, I want to build another water tower or so. Okay, as you can see, we're straight away allocating that.
The rover went dark for 5 hours.
Ah, interesting.
When it rebooted, it confirmed it had come into contact with an unusually
So our
high voltage
rover had an
electrical
issue there.
charge.
Okay, that's fine. We can deal with that. We can deal with those kind of issues. It's exactly what we, of course, got our bits for. But basically what happened here, we basically now need to repair it because of the malfunction. But at the same time, we had a tech boost here. Tech boost granted for the following technologies: low G drive, autonomous sensors, which you already have. So it's really only the low G drive that we actually see the benefit. And we actually got some funding increases here as well. Now I do need to basically rescue him now, it looks like. So let's do that. Have we still got anything on board? No, the ship is pretty much empty. And as you can see, the refueling is going quite nicely here. Determines the radius in which the drones harvest resources or construct, service and clean buildings. But actually also clean buildings, that's quite interesting. I was not aware of that. I guess it makes sense, because if you throw up dust, you need to basically leave that somewhere. You need to do something with it. Alright, let's put an extra storage here for the concrete. Probably be building quite a bit of this stuff here. Carry supplies for passengers from Earth. Sorry. Can travel back to Earth when refueled. Ah, okay, that's the first one. So I can initiate that launch if I'm ready for it. Let's wait until basically this one is ready here. We need to basically have this one repaired. Alright, can I basically take it back already? It looks like it. Alright, let's take this back here as well. I want to make sure I can actually take the drones that are basically left over with me. At the moment I got 4 drones here. Hopefully that will increase steadily. So this one's got 6 drones. Drones commanded by the rocket ship. Alright, interesting. Alright, these are now doing their thing. Let's launch that one.
Milestone achieved.
Just taken off. Commanded by none, it says.
Sector scanned.
Commanded by drone hub. Okay, perfect. RC rover, RC rover.
Research complete.
So I can actually reassign them if I want to. Let's take these and basically assign them a new command at least. Now this hub can actually deal with 100 drones, it says. Okay. Yeah, just changing its mission slightly, which is fine. This one's sitting here doing nothing. I want to basically ideally have maybe 3 assigned to it, which is perfect, of course, for the situation. Now this one's got the full range where all these buildings are. Yeah, so all of these buildings are just within the range. Perfect. I got 11 on there. This one's basically done from there. Same with that one. Is there still anything on board? No, it's fully empty. Well, not fully empty. It's empty now. It should tell me that this one here is still, of course, available. What is it here? Metals. Okay, so there should not be any drones associated with this anymore. Perfect. So this recharge station seems to work out quite nicely. Just reduces their need to basically go back to me all the time. Let's have a look at what we basically are scanning at the moment. Looks like I need to allocate a few extra, which is fine. Now my total supply of everything, I've got enough concrete here. But if I do want to basically build, for example, a dome, I also need more. Well, I actually got sufficient metal already. And polymers. Now, one of the things it did say is if I wanted to basically build certain production bits, like for example, polymer here. What do I need? Base production. Requires water and fuel. Okay, I've got water and fuel, so in that sense that's great. Too far from domes. It needs to be near a dome. Okay. I wasn't aware of that, but that's fine. So apparently it needs to be operated by people, which, yeah, okay, it's no problem whatsoever. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and build a dome, I think. So the dome I want to basically position, it partly overlaps what we got there already. Right, let's build this one here, I think. Remember that I basically got some extra of those control hubs. I got them exactly for this reason, because of course I want to extend this range here quite nicely. Perfect. The range extends up to here, it looks like.
Sector scanned.
Now I'm assuming, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming that this comes with drones. And if it does, that's great. If it doesn't, I need to basically allocate some drones to here.
Cable fault reported.
Ah, perfect. Right, this one comes with 6 drones already pre-allocated. Cable fault is up there, no, not a problem. Let's build another one of those recharge stations here. In terms of life, I need to, of course, extend that cable. Or pipe, really, I should say. Let's build more of that electricity extension. Oh, maybe let's start building the dome that we talked about. Alright, that's the dome. Now, if I'm talking about this one here, that's of course the ability for me to extract metals, metal extractor. Too far from domes. Yeah, I know it's too far from domes, but I just want to see what kind of range I'm talking about here. It seems to be about 4 squares from there. So I don't want to be too close. And as you can see, this kind of got an operational range. Is that the best way of describing it? Yeah, probably. Operational range within which basically the various different bits and bobs can operate. Alright, we're basically building it as you see here. We are going to basically extend, of course, our power straight up to there. And we also want to basically get not only power, but we're also, of course, going to get water up to there. So perfect, that's going to be our dome, increasing the game speed here now. Whilst we're at it, let's build some universal storage here. Maybe a separate metal storage. So you can see they're recharging here already. At least they got some recharging stations along the way here as well. Looks like I'm going to need an extra one over here to recharge. Because quite a few of these are actually recharging on a regular basis. So let's build a concrete storage here as well. Because yeah, I do need my concrete to come in. So that's probably where I want to basically deal with this vessel here. At the moment I'm going to... Did I tell it to carry? It's used to carry resources at a long range or gather resources from surface deposits. Orders are given with the buttons in the info panel or using the transport can establish a supply route between 2 points on the map. Okay. So from here... Let's do it to there. Hold on. Hold on. Stop. So from there, we're going to pick up the concrete and we're going to deposit it there. Let's okay. Pick up the concrete first. Guys, okay. Let's do that again. Concrete. Let's just build that route. Create transport. Route mode. I'm going to basically pick it up there. I'm going to bring it here. Nope. Let's do that again. Create route. From there, alright, that should do the trick. That should help quite nicely with the movement, of course, of all the various different deposits. Am I actually picking up anything? Why is it idle? Pretty sure I gave it instructions here, so let's do that again. Let's load the resources. Yep, perfect. And we want to unload those resources here. Are we doing it now? Am I doing something wrong? Load. Yep, perfect. And unload. Doesn't seem to work for some bizarre reason, which is interesting. So our different drone hubs are operating on a good basis, I'd say.
Research complete. Sector scanned.
No, I might be short of polymers, really, isn't it? Alright, let's try that once again. Alright, how do I load it with... Alright, guys. I will tell it to basically load resources. Let's load these resources here. Give command to load or harvest resources. Guys, is it just not working? Let's load the concrete. Ah, there we go. Gosh, it took a while. Done. Perfect. Let's go here. And there you should be able to unload. Ah. It seems to go a lot quicker. There we go. Perfect. Anyways, guys, we're getting to the point where we really need to start saying, well, it's the end of the episode. It's been a long enough episode, I'd say. So what we're actually going to do here is we're going to pick up these resources again. Just need to get used to the controls, I guess. Anyways, like I said, we're going to call it a day. So we're going to save away the game. We're going to overwrite that other save game that we had here. In the meantime, guys, thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and take care. Bye-bye.